take the rest of the floor head off, literally just put your fingers under the sides, prise it away, pop off the two lugs. So, with all four undone, the motor and the cover can come off, and you just need to remove the top part, and then again just literally prise the sides apart, and it slips off like that. That to one side, don't lose your four screws, and then the motor hidden inside here, so you now might need two flat screwdrivers, and you can see the slightly different coloured grey and white. This cover here is like 4 clips. Start at one side here, undo one, another. Once you've started it, the others just come off and you've got that bit. While it's off, I'll show you. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4 clips, and then there's an area there where you can see there's a lip goes all the way around. There's a piece that's missing. That piece that's missing coincides with the top half here, so you must get that in the right place when you put that on. But for now, sometimes there's a little clip holding the motor into that bit that you just pop off, or you just push it out. What I sometimes do is get a block of wood on the table, rest it in there, and then the easiest way to get the motor out of there is put the drive onto a piece of wood, and then push it like so, and as soon as it starts coming out, comes out, and then the wires have popped off anyway. See, inside there, there's the 2 wires. So now we just prise off the rubber cap on that end, and then this large rubber cap, unclip it all the way around first, and it just slides off. Now on this type you can see it's got the thermocouple there with the 2 wires. The new one I'm putting on, slightly different. It's got the wires from either side, but it's a replacement motor. Just slip the rubber sleeve on, and then just sort of raise that bit over, all the way around. Excuse me if the camera's wobbling around a lot. Sure it is all the way around as well, otherwise it won't pop in to the housing properly. And then if you look at this, you can see there's one bump on either side, and that side's bigger than the other. And that coincides with, look in the bottom of there, that's got a smaller bump. That's got a larger bump, so obviously the larger bump's going to go to that side, which is towards where the wires are. So, with this having the wires coming out of either side, I'm going to do it so that the wires are going up that end. That's where the larger bump wants to be. towards there so that the wires are going to meet with the corresponding wires in the housing at that side nearest the large bump. Also, sometimes the rubber here, as you're pushing it in, is really sticky. What I sometimes do is a little bit of furniture polish, a tiny bit, like that, rub it around this outer face, like that, and while it's still damp, plug your wires in, slide that in, it makes it a little bit easier. So you can see I've got the wires plugged in there. The large bump goes towards that end. What I'm going to try and do now is tuck the wires a little bit behind that like housing cover there, tuck them down there as I'm putting the motor in. I'm having a look down there, making sure that they're going behind that thing so they're not going to get caught on the motor. Push it in a tiny bit, not too far, turn it over, make sure that the two bumps are lining up. Not quite lining up there, so I'm just going to twist it a bit as I'm pushing it in, and then to help, sit it on the table as you're pushing in. So eventually get it so that the two bumps line up like that. Make sure it's pushed all the way in, all the way around, nice and firm. And get the cap again. I was saying about that piece where this lip is missing. Obviously that goes at the top end there. Click it in the first. Now again, this is off, so you need to maybe sit it on a piece of wood. Just click it in all the way around like that. There. You can hear it when it clicks in properly. Put it in there, make sure it looks okay and it fits in right. Yeah. Now you just need to sort of pull it forward while you lift the prize and cover all the way around. Hold it forward a bit. Same again, just make sure it sits in there. Don't trip your finger. There. Once it's set in place, you can see that the lines up there, around the back, and everything sits nice and smoothly. Snug. Then you get your 4 screws. 1, 2. Here's a little tip. When you've got it at this stage and ready to put the screws in, I sit it on the filter housing area like that, and balance, and you can put the screws in 1, 2, 3, 4 easily, and then there's 2 at this side where they go down inside a little hole. Now sometimes when you put the screw in there, it's going to fall off. What I find is what you can do is get a little piece of paper, sometimes wet it, put it over a little screw, and push it in there, and the screw will stay in while you put it down the hole. And tighten it up like so. As you tighten it up, when you finish tightening it, when you sit screw, just make sure the piece of paper comes out as well. Now at this point, before you go any further, I'm going to just plug it in. First piece I'll put on is the filter cover, and brush bar housing. Now again, I'll try and do this so you can see what I'm doing. Put it on as if it was onto the floor. Prise open the 2 sides as you're pushing it into place. Try not to get your fingers. Once you've got it in place, put the small pipe onto the thing. Make sure that it kicks open and shut like it should before going any further. Circlips, push one side on, and just push it all the way around. It's in place. Same with the other side. Push it to one side first, work your way around, and it clips in place. The roller on a non-clutched one. Put the drive belt through, pull it, seat your roller in place. You see on this one it's got like two square lugs that line up there. Now this can be slightly awkward, so I'm going to get the camera angled in so you can see it a bit easier. But what you've got to do is 2 fingers either side of the belt, stretch it while you're prising it through a little gap sideways. There's not much of a gap there, and when you've got big fingers it's really hard. Like that with a screwdriver there, you can see you fit it through. Once you've got it on, just spin the roller, make sure it's alright. You can see it's spinning on the shaft fine, it's not catching on anything. At this point I'll put the push bar cover on, keep it in place. Same again, just give it a little spin, make sure that everything's turning alright. Yeah, that looks fine, make sure the pipe's on alright. Then the roller housing is to go on. Again, just prise open the 2 ends and it flips over. And then on the inside there, you have to stretch the belt over onto the drive, but go past this plastic, which I'll try and do one-handed. Hopefully you'll be able to see this a bit better from this angle. So pull the belt, slip it down the side and over onto the shaft there. Just give it a spin, make sure it's okay. Yes, perfect. So then plug in the small hose. In fact, no, sorry. Belt cover on next. That's it, and then I'll put the 2 screws in there, 1 in there. Next comes on the push bar holder. First of all, the hose has to go on there and then clip in the 2 ends. And then you pull the drive belt up through there, slip the push bar through there. What I find is easy if you take off the end first, then you've just got a small piece to get through. Once you get it in a little bit like that, you just rotate it as you're pushing it through until you get it onto the part where the drive belt rests, like that. And then try and doing it one-handed again. Push the bar through, the other end on, push them on tight, sit it in place where it's supposed to go, swivel the roll around, until they're sitting in place there and there. And I'm just going to put the cover on there, the circlips on each end, the U-bend and the trap on the side. So I'm just going to make sure it actually yep, that seems to be working well. Yeah, that's really good. All good.